The number of estimated rentals on Airbnb in our district is said to be in the thousands. So that's roughly the area of shot over country used to cater for the overspill of tourists coming to Queenstown, which is good. It's needed. But with this area now being catered for our short-term accommodation, how is that impacting on our long-term worker accommodation? And are people doing it properly? I think it's a Strawpoll time. Do you think like short-term rental accommodation like Airbnb is impacting on the long-term rental market?
Oh yeah, because people, instead of renting for long term, they're just renting for short term. They're making much more money.
I don't think it does, no.
I think it's good for business, and that more people can stay in Queenstown that perhaps couldn't because there's a shortage of hotels at the moment at certain times of the year. But it also has a negative. We're finding a lot of our staff are actually getting kicked out of houses so that people can make more money in a short-term rental.
Do you think Airbnb is increasing rental prices in town?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Airbnb is increasing the rental prices. I think that's just down to landlords charging more because they can.
I wouldn't go pointing the finger at the people that own the properties for a shortage of workers' accommodation. I would say that the whole development of the district has been too slow.
You actually operated Airbnb?
I used to have an Airbnb, yes, but I went through my landlord's approval, so she knew.
So where does Airbnb fall under in council? What bylaw does it fall under?
I would imagine it's under visitor accommodation, but how it's actually collected, the information, it's a challenge.
I think that a lot of people who do have Airbnbs don't ask their landlords, and I don't think that's right, because they're not the property owner and they shouldn't be making money off of something that isn't theirs.
The overseas investors go through management businesses. They're actually a much better landlord. It's domestic buyers who are doing that and creating the slum dwelling scenario with regards to workers' accommodation.
Ostensibly, anyone can rent a room out in their house simply by just connecting up online.
I guess we have a problem as hoteliers that they're not playing by the same rules in terms of taxation, in terms of health and safety.
You know, there's a whole raft of things, so it's not simply a matter of just going out and simply looking at the rules. I think the first thing we've got to try and do is truly analyse what we have out there, to know how many Airbnbs we've got and how are we going to manage it from the point of view of collecting the commercial rates.
Do they need to do more about monitoring it? Yeah, I mean, if they feel they need to do more, if it means that there's a wee bit of extra going into the ratepayer pool to help infrastructure and that type of thing, then great, yeah, monitor it for sure.
Should we just Berlin it and ban it?
Ban Airbnb? I don't think so. I don't think that's the solution to the problem.
I don't think it's realistic to ban it.
I don't think you should ban it.
No, I don't think so.
Banning it certainly isn't going to work for Queenstown at the moment. We need these rooms.
No.
We've got to ask that question. To be honest, we didn't quite know the complexity of this move before getting into it. There are so many positive and negative aspects about the introduction of Airbnb to Queenstown. But after hitting the streets, we feel like it's kind of a taboo subject. Nobody's willing to talk to us about it. So maybe this is a battle for the online forum. So, tell us what you think. Is Airbnb good for Queenstown? Or is it another added blow while we're in the middle of a long-term housing crisis? This is Lauren Preble for LWB TV.